к Ютубу тоже. Давай начать. Отлично, везде пошло. Я надеюсь, лагать не будет, потому что что-то меня сегодня рестрим не обрадовал. У рестрима вроде бы то ли забрали, то ли у меня забрали, непонятно. Но не могу рестримить на ГГ. На Гудгейм. А с Гудгейма там уже дальше. Поэтому пришлось все переделывать так, чтобы сначала сразу стримить на ГГ, а он уже рестримил во все разные другие места. Ну, будем смотреть как. И, естественно, чатики у меня не будут транслировать с одного чатика в другой чатик сообщения. Надо, в общем, будет искать какие-то другие чатики, которые могут вот так вот рестримить сообщения, ретранслировать. Надеюсь, что-нибудь такое существует. Надо будет поискать. Ладно, пока начинаем. Так, мне надо вот сюда переключиться. Продолжаем. Я так посмотрела, коротенькая совсем игра. Если сильно не тупить, так может даже и успеем пройти еще за 2-3 стрима. Так, уйти нам не надо. Блин, пока не могу понять. Так, что это? Изучить.
Father, I hope you found your peace. Were you sick, like they say you were? Or the victim of this curse? This curse of the Gordons? Whatever it is, I think you may have passed it on to me.
Так, что по картинке? Все плохо или как обычно?
The place is crumbling. Not the safest spot to pray.
Или еще хуже, чем обычно? А то сейчас из-за другого стрима на другой сервис может быть и еще хуже.
Being the chronicle of the family Gordon, as laid down by Sir Drummond Gordon, the year of our Lord, 1413.
Local legend speaks of this particular clan as being inhabited from time immemorial. Enigmatic, elaborately carved Pictish stones stand as timeless evidence of this. As for the locals, they appear prideful of the counsel they delight in giving to visitors. Traveler, beware.
Ну, как тот подтормаживает. Насколько сильно подтормаживает, потому что она все время подтормаживала. И в прошлые разы тоже подтормаживала. Ну, отключу-ка я второго.
The Celtic peoples arrived in this place like a great beast, bringing with them the bloodlines that would eventually spawn the Gordon clan. Using their superior numbers, knowledge, and machines of war, they swiftly conquered the primeval Picts. With them, they brought too their religion and druid clerics. The magics these wise men used did shape forever the lands, even until this present day. It is said that the sempiternal burden our family carries rose at that time. 'Tis well recorded how the Empire of Rome did fail to tame the wayward Scots, that they did even raise a barrier to protect their mighty empire. What is seldom told is the truth behind their defeat. Our ancestors drew upon ancient powers to aid their victory, powers not easily fathomed by the fragile human mind. This aid did come at the greatest of costs, a debt as yet unsettled, a price we will continue to pay until the last Gordon passes to dust. For the centuries, we Gordons made the land our own. Others did bow to us, as we kept the secrets of Skahandu, the secrets of the Black Mirror. Even as tragedy and madness did fester in our foundations, we held fast and steered the land through vile English attack and worse. In time, the Gordons and the land became one.
Так, ладно, сейчас посмотрим. Так, еще одна.
Some pages have been ripped out. The only thing left seems to be some kind of family oath.
In blood we are bound to the land we protect, to the truths we alone may conceal. I shall forfeit my life, lest my clan should suffer. I shall forfeit my spirit to hold the darkness at bay. In blood we are bound till the day of the reckoning.
What on earth? Where's the call coming from?
Ну, ничего не могу поделать. Надо держать.
Is this what madness feels like? It can't be real.
Да. Бесит этот тон более-не-менее, то ты уже как-то уже одинаково, блин, стремишься, игра дебильная. Как же это бесит. То нормально работает, то херня какая-то. Ну, ненормально, нормально не было, более-не-менее нормально. Самое тупое, что, блин, почему у меня нормально идет игра на гребаном стриме, она... Ненавижу. Такие моменты. Что это мы где находимся? Под водой? Вроде бы вернулась. Денил, привет. Стримерство неблагодарное дело. Оно неблагодарное дело, когда у тебя комп консервная банка. Привет, Аркад. А когда комп нормальный, то все отлично. Отличное дело. ОБС. Ну, я не знаю, что это. ОБС. ОБС, может, не знаю. Ужасное, не ужасное, но тут еще и комп. Ну, видимо, комп не тянет сразу и... Хотя, если бы, в принципе, не тянул, то у меня бы и игра бы плохо шла. А то, когда у тебя игра идет отлично, а при этом на стриме вводится какая-то какашка, то это, конечно... Даже не знаю, в чем проблема. Новую схему котогуляния. И какая она? Так, ладно, пробуем.
All this looks like the bottom of a lake.
Так, рыбка.
What are you trying to show me?
Вот сейчас и у меня подгрузки идут. Кошмар. Мне, по-моему, стало еще отвратительней. Так, сейчас. Так, попробую... Вернулась к рестриму, но тогда без гудгейма. Сейчас проверю, как оно будет. Может, мне интересно, это из-за того, что я пустила стрим на ГГ, но стало еще больше лагать, или просто потому, что начала больше лагать. Ему так захотелось. Этому компу, ЭБСу, игре, черт знает чему и кому. По-моему, стало лучше, да? Так, ладно, продолжаем. Что это за зомби? Русалка зомби. Ха? Тут могут убить? Получше стало? Значит, все-таки проблема
The
была
place is
в ними.
crumbling. Not the safest spot to pray. Being the chronicle of the family Gordon, as laid down by Sir Drummond Gordon, the year of our Lord, 1413.
Local legend speaks of this particular glen as being inhabited from time immemorial. Enigmatic, elaborately carved Pictish stones stand as timeless evidence of this. As for the Celtic... With the...
Так это мы читали уже.
It is well... What? Our... This... Or... In...
Some pay...
To the land... To the... To... In...
Сохранить не могу, что ли?
Is this what... All this looks like the bottom of a lake. What are you trying to show me?
Ненавижу отсутствие сохранений. Ну? У нее в руках, я не прочитала.
There's a fresh wound across her stomach.
Свежая рана.
The figure up there must be... Edward.
Так, что я должна делать? Так, ну что там, идет? Не идет стрим? На Твиче идет. На Ютубе непонятно. Идет. Ладно, хорошо. Я должна или не должна что-то сделать? Блин, я просто не хочу сдохнуть опять. Ага.
A note. I'm taking my baby with me to save it from this rotten family.
Find my child!
Ау. Ну ладно, хорошо. Переворачивайся, кувыркляйся. Это что за мамочка?
Are you all right?
Да что надо делать?
Did you see
Непонятно,
her?
что надо было делать. Просто все нажимала.
Drowned.
Calm down, you're in
И мышку, и
shock.
кнопки.
What were you doing clambering about in here?
If I told you, you'd think me mad.
Odd. That is just what your father said to me.
You knew my father. How?
I treated your father at the asylum. I'm Dr. Leah Faber.
The asylum?
Let's get you back to the castle and make sure you're okay.
Интересно, интересно. Вообще, какая не очень приятная внешность у главного героя.
What's this about an asylum?
As I said, your father was admitted.
Why? Who did that to him?
I did. But unfortunately, he managed to escape.
What? Hold on a minute. How dare you come in here and...
Told you? Your father was a madman. A complete and utter madman. Don't mind me. Please continue.
Уря, что уря?
What did you come here for?
I'm not sure your father's story is finished yet, and there are some things I still need to make my peace with.
Well, what right did you have to lock my father up in a madhouse?
I was his doctor. I understand you are in shock, but you have no right to speak to me in such a way. I was trying to help him.
He's
Да,
dead.
с психиатром
Capital
лучше так не
job.
разговаривать, а то можешь
No,
сам
hold
оказаться
on,
в
just a
психушке. Что?
Jesus!
Служанка? Нет. Ч.3. Да, служанка. Когда только начали показывать, мне сначала показалось, что это кто-то в шляпе. А потом, когда картинку все больше и больше... Пока залистала, ясно, что это не шляпа. Вот дневник обновлен.
Eddie, it'll be all right. Pull yourself together.
I suggest nobody else goes down there. We should keep the room intact until the police can get here.
I shall alert them first thing in the morning. What an unfortunate accident.
An accident? You think so? Just after the madman's son turned up at our door.
And yet you were the one standing over her body with blood on your hands.
How dare you? I was too late. I was trying to help her. She...
There, my sweet boy. Let's get you to bed. Angus, would you?
Of course, ma'am.
I think we will all benefit from a good night's sleep.
I know you may have no reason to, but I need you to trust me. I'm the only one on your side when it comes to your father's death.
Lady Margaret certainly isn't. But if I told you what I saw in the chapel, you'd have me in a padded cell, just like my
Это
father.
точно. Хорошо, он не успел ничего рассказать до того, как она призналась, что из психушки.
Why did you come here? To make sure my father was successfully in the ground?
With all due respect, Mr. Gordon, I will not allow you to speak to me or about my work in such a tone. I tried everything I could to aid your father. Your father was heavily drugged when he was brought to me, to prevent any further violent outburst, or so Lady Margaret had said. But something felt wrong, even then.
Ну, сейчас, секунду. Угу. Показалось, что не работает микрофон. Спросить о Джонни.
So, what was my father like when you locked him up?
I didn't just lock him up. I tried to help him. He was convinced he was carrying some ancient curse, that he was being haunted by evil. I wish I had reached him, had been able to reach him.
Maybe if I threw you a bone, you'd get off my back. Father was obsessed with the history of the family for as long as I can remember.
Did your father actually believe his family was out to get him?
Who knows? I think what scared him was beyond the physical. He used to babble about a dark force threatening him and our family.
Was that why he moved you to India? To get as far away as possible?
I believe so.
And yet, here you are, in the very place he sought to protect you from.
Who knows? Maybe there is an ancient evil in this place. An evil that drags us back no matter how far away we get. Even from the other side of the world.
And what do you think? Was your father right? Are there things beyond the physical?
I have other things to worry about right now. Things like a drowning woman floating in thin air. If you really want to help me, I need to find out what the maid knew. What Lady Margaret and Angus didn't want her to tell me.
You believe it got her killed?
Maybe. What I saw in the chapel, it has to be real. She must have drowned herself.
А чё
down at the
боком
loch,
стоит, когда разговаривает с
because it is
человеком?
all in my mind. Like father, like son.
Как-то это не очень вежливо. Так, я могу наконец-то сохраниться. Ура! Так, дневник, давайте смотреть. Бедная Эйлса. Я пытался подружиться с ней, но не предупредил ли Предопределил ли я тем самым ее ужасную судьбу? Был ли преступником кузен Эдди? У меня опять были сны наяву. Это снова был мальчик, ведущий меня на могилу тети Сесилии. Этот мальчик, Джонни, мой отец в детстве. Не осмеливаюсь предположить, откуда мне известно, как он тогда выглядел. Отец часто говорил о безумии, несчастьях и буйствах, которыми полнится история нашей семьи. Не могу не думать о том, что Эйлса, как и мой отец, стала жертвой этой семьи. В хрониках должны быть ответы, но можно ли действительно верить в проклятие? Черное зеркало, древний артефакт, чью силу использовали, чтобы дать отпор римлянам. И еще доктор Фарбер. Могу ли я ей доверять? То, что она оказалась здесь именно сейчас, кажется воистину удобным совпадением. Кажется, я не читала вот первую вот эту закладку. Прием, оказанный мне по приезде, оказался таким же холодным, как и стены замка, но Эндрю Харрисон, адвокат, ранее связавшийся со мной от лица семьи, старался изо всех сил, чтобы я чувствовал себя как дома. Прислуга в доме не менее странная, чем члены моей семьи. Служанка тихо крадется за запертыми дверями, а старый садовник Рори предупреждает меня о каком-то мрачном семейном секрете, но не сообщает подробностей. Из писем, которые я нашел в доме, видно, насколько отец был одержим оккультизмом. Большую часть моего детства он изучал его путешествия по миру в поисках книг с тайными знаниями. И дедушка Эдвард. Из-за его писем и записок восхищение, которое бабушка Маргарет к нему испытывает, кажется еще более странным. Эдвард считал, что люди — это всего лишь имущество, просто вещи, с которыми он мог делать все, что хочет. Мне остается надеяться, что галлюцинации, в которых я видел мальчика, даже если они и казались реальностью, были результатом накопившейся за последние недели усталости. Возможно, это воспоминания юности или же первые признаки безумия, которое поглотило отца. Ну, надеюсь, мы узнаем.
Rory's not one for cleaning up after himself. Rory's not one for cleaning up after himself.
Больше ничего. Ну, наверное, с ней поговорить больше не о чем.
We need to examine the maid's body in the cellar.
To find out who killed her.
To be sure she was murdered before we start pointing fingers.
Еще
We need
что-то?
to examine the maid's body in
Все хорошо, хорошо, да.
to be sure.
Тело так тело. Надо найти подвал только. Оп.
This dumbwaiter is huge.
It is. It goes all the way to the second floor, but judging by the spiders, it's not used very often nowadays.
The spiders.
Ugh, don't ask.
Это, наверное, холл, что ли, и выход нет? Опять
We
скажет?
need to examine.
Да, опять. Я бы с удовольствием, но надо сначала найти, где там был этот подвал. Так, тут, по-моему, библиотека. Мне кажется, может, тут... А, нет, это кухня. Да, тут бы, конечно, карта не помешала. А, долгие загрузки. Так, значит, где? Там? Библиотека. Там из столовой. Может, все-таки, а ну сейчас еще тут посмотрю. В другой стороне, может.
If you'd just like to wait out here, sir.
I need to speak with Eddie.
The young master and her ladyship are otherwise detained.
May I remind you, this is my house?
May I remind you
Так и знала,
that
что
it
он
is not
скажет. Ну вот
yours
наглый.
yet.
Ладно.
Fair enough.
А ну, изучить.
There's no doubt about his loyalty, nor with whom it lies.
Ладно, пока уйду. Так, ну что, неужели где-то все-таки там? Было тело. Не заметила, может, какую-то там дверь. Где же был проход в этот подвал, чертов, а? Вот это, что ли?
I guess we'll have the key. Unless we can find another way in. I guess we'll have the key. Unless we can find another way in.
Катит в Ангус опять.
Rory's not
точно
one for
ничего нет.
cleaning up after himself.
Грёбаный этот Ангус, он мне не даст ключ. Так, поговорить.
Mr. McKinnon, Angus, may I have the key to the cellar?
You may not, sir. As Mr. Harrison said, it will remain locked until the police arrive.
That's a fair point. I'm just concerned that some of the game in the cellar may have been caught illegally, poached by young Eddie there.
Well...
I'd be happy to get rid of the evidence.
Позор семье давайте.
For Eddie to be found poaching on another family's estate could prove embarrassing.
You're barely part of this family, but you have a point.
Я надеюсь, он его уволит, когда станет хозяином.
I'm the new owner of the estate. I worry what people will say about it. About the family.
I think the dead maid will have them chatting already.
I do, and I don't think Lady Margaret would take kindly to any such embarrassment.
Upon reflection, removing the evidence may be the best course of action. Here you are, sir.
Шиш. Как ведет себя как хозяин. Наглые слуги. Нет, 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 нет. Нам туда.
Good thing I found that map. He would have never given up the cellar key otherwise.
Карту? Какую карту мы нашли? Ха?
This
Yeah, yeah,
cellar
yeah,
still
yeah,
has
yeah, yeah.
secrets to reveal.
Фух, слава богу. Так, надо сохраниться. То не хочется, если что, опять бегать за ключами. И вообще не почитала журнал заданий. Расследовать смерть Эйлса, узнать больше об утонувшей женщине из видения. М-м.
They seem to be a house full of carnivores.
What a horrific way to die. What a horrific way to die.
Такая, собственно, причина смерти, да?
Her neck's been broken, and with some considerable force, it seems. Her necklace looks like gold, albeit a plain design, and it's missing any form of pendant.
Still, well beyond a maid's salary. It...
И?
Where's that sudden draft coming from?
А, блин, пропавшая что? Хорошо, что я сохранилась. Ну хорошо, ладно, ей сломали шею, а кровь-то откуда? Или просто это... Там была кровь? Кого-то налили туда?
They seem to be a house full of carnivores.
И это не ее вообще.
What a horrific way to die.
Кровь. В этой бадье.
Her neck's been broken. Her necklace looks like gold, albeit a plain design. And it's missing.
Still, well beyond a maid...
Yep.
Little dough. Not exactly the usual way to address the staff.
Where's that sudden draft coming from?
The missing pendant. He threw it into the blood-filled basin.
We're all here, sir. All down in the dark. We're... Something's coming.
Блин, все
The attic, sir.
пропустила.
She's in the attic.
What just happened? You look like you were in some kind of trance.
Perhaps the lack of sleep is affecting me. Or the visions that you think me insane.
Ну, случайно перенажала кнопку.
You need to learn to trust me. I am on your side, remember?
So you say. But I remember you locked my father up too. A tiger can't change its stripes.
Тут просто не всегда оно нажимается сразу. И нажимаешь 2 раза, то оно кликает, и потом еще кликает вот эту надпись, которая идет. И в результате...
Ugh, that's horrible.
Ага.
You're not the one with your hand in it. French. I don't speak French.
I do. It says for Clara, forever yours. Who's Clara?
I don't know. Yet another relative, perhaps?
We should ask someone who's been around here for longer. How did you know it was there? The pendant, I mean.
If I told you, you wouldn't believe me.
A hunch. Eddie gave this to her. We should ask him to his face just what his relationship was with her.
This isn't another ghost story, is it?
Look, you wouldn't understand. I can't...
What I do understand is that we could not accuse a man of murder without proof.
The scene really did rip when she tried to get away from him.
Так, хорошо, что у нас тут? Ага. Так, а я не могу никак вот эту ожерелье, нет, ничего. Наверное, нет. Это как не как улика. Слишком явная, которую все видели. Так, зайти что ли, может, в библиотеку, посмотреть, что там? Есть ли там вообще кто-то? А, так, подожди, давай поговорим. Я могу с тобой поговорить? Нет. Что он за мной с хвостиком ходит-то, а? Стережет? Чтобы не сбежал? Контролирует мои действия? Может, она призрак? Или мое воображение? Мне кажется, здесь никого нет. Надо, наверное, идти обратно туда, к этому Эдди, тете. Угу. Интересно, чердак уже открыли или еще не открыли? Так, и надо посмотреть, как выглядит эта подвеска. А, ну-ка. Угу, вот она.
The maid could never have afforded this. This is a trinket of the rich, not a servant.
Ну, может, я кто-то богатый ей подарил.
Another part of the model, and it's stained with what seems to be old blood. Why did Father bury this when he was a child?
Пойдем попробуем еще раз поговорить. Если что, попробуем пойти в подвал. Ой, не в подвал, а на чердак. Ну, а там уже спать. Не туда зашла. Ну что, эти уже подготовили свои свидетельские показания?
Mr. McKinnon, who is Clara?
The lady, Clara, young Eddie's late mother. A box with some of her belongings are kept in the library, as Master Eddie feels himself more a Gordon than a Mallory.
Угу.
If Eddie really gave her that pendant, he might be her killer, and I might not be losing my mind. Nobody in this house is particularly chatty, not even when I have an actual question for them. There's no doubt about his loyalty, nor with whom it lies.
Ну, значит, нам надо идти в библиотеку. Спариться в вещах. А, я могу с тобой поговорить?
Clara seems to be the name of Eddie's mother.
It's hardly an uncommon name. We need more proof for a grave accusation like this.
Так, ну пошли искать. Непонятно где только. Может, опять призрака какого-то увидим.
Clara seems to be the...
Да.
It's hard.
Новое ничего. Видимо, только обновляется после событий. От места, где ты что-то скажешь, не зависит. О,
the belongings of Eddie's mother.
нашли. Так,
Recognize that?
The necklace. Is that...
A young Eddie and his mother Clara.
а можно мне поближе посмотреть?
Thank you for your last letter. My heart soars with every word of yours I read. I touch the ink and imagine your fingers are just inches from mine, that we can almost touch, that I can almost feel the warmth of your skin once more. Young Edward grows more like his father each day. You'd be amazed how he shares your looks. I long for the day that this terrible war is ended and you return home to us, so we can be a family once more. I shall write to you again soon. Know that until then you are always in our hearts. Your loving wife, Clara.
The date. She was writing this when the death notice arrived. Oh, the poor woman.
I regret to inform you that your husband, Corporal Victor Mallory, number 874511, was killed in action with the enemy on the day of the 14th of September in
Да
Ypres.
уж.
Your husband was involved in an advance against enemy lines. While he and his fellow soldiers fell, the action was successful, and you can take comfort in knowing his sacrifice saved many lives.
О, да, очень
It was not
утешно.
possible to get his remains away, and he was buried in a soldier's grave.
И это еще
Please
больше
accept the
утешает.
condolences of all the company. Yours, Captain Arthur Jones, 4th Army.
You see? The necklace was his mother's. He gave it to the maid. The maid!
You're right. We need to speak to him about this. But how could you know this? I can't help you if you don't tell me.
Cousin Eddie might be a murderer. How I draw my conclusions can wait for now.
Ну, подождите. Может, это ты стащил у него это ожерелье, убил ее и подкинул. Чтоб на него вину свалить. А так давным-давно знал. Тут спокойненько лежат себе эти вещи, непонятно сколько. Мог каждый подойти, увидеть фотографию и придумать план такой. Так что, как ты догадался, узнал, это важно для другого человека. Здрасте, это снова я. То вдруг он мне сейчас по голове даст. Настолько надоело.
Eddie, I need to ask you about the maid. About Elsa.
You didn't know her!
I know that you and her were... That is to say, I know you had feelings for her.
What? That's poppycock! You're as deranged as your father was!
David, really? You go too far with this behaviour.
The police will be here soon. Would you not prefer to clear this up before they get here in case they link Eddie with the crime?
Now look here, young lady. How dare you speak?
That's enough. Eddie.
Маленькая лань, порванная одежда, подвеска.
You gave her this. It was your mother's.
I did. It was.
Eddie!
I was just trying to cheer her up. She has nothing, and I had no need of it. You know she sends... You know she
Я
sent
думаю, может,
most of her
когда-нибудь
money
еще
home to her
поиграю
grandmother.
в оригинал. Потому что вторая, третья часть, у этой нет продолжения, а у оригинала есть. Поэтому хотелось бы вторую, третью пройти, но для этого надо посмотреть оригинал, потому что если могут быть расхождения... Так вот, я в том же говорю, тоже сегодня сказала, что главный герой очень неприятная у него внешность.
Her clothing was ripped, as if someone was trying to force themselves upon her.
I would never have hurt her.
My little doe. Strange thing to call the help.
How? It was just harmless fun, that's all.
You're a worthless liar. You think she thought being pressed against a dead animal was harmless fun?
How do you know? It's true. Elsa and I would never have laid a finger on her. We were in love. I helped her with everything. Even with her chores. Rose and...
That's quite enough. Eddie, you are obviously upset. And you are not helping, David. Angus, will you please take the young master upstairs?
As you say, Mom.
И с удовольствием сделает это.
I think you have caused quite enough disruption here. We shall settle this heritage dilemma first thing tomorrow.
I don't think so. I have more questions now than ever. About my father, the maid, this whole damn house!
Have a care, David. Need I remind you of your father's temper?
I would never!
Given the current mental state of Master Eddie, who should be a part of the heritage considerations, any discussion on the topic would be futile at this point. Would you not agree?
Thank you, Leah. Maybe it's a good thing you're here after all.
Весьма
Impudent
традиции весьма
brats.
связаны.
What's going on?
Did you notice when Margaret got angry?
When Eddie mentioned... What was it? Chores involving a rose. What does that mean?
Something about the
Все
garden,
равно хочу
perhaps?
посмотреть.
We could ask Rory. Or is it about the attic? Oh, I wonder. Whatever it is, it's something she doesn't want us to know.
The attic?
I saw the maid coming down the stairs with a tray. But there's nothing up there but an empty room.
Interesting.
Переосмыслению очень средне отнеслись. Ну, вообще, фанаты редко любят переосмысление. Но это ж надо самой сравнить. Узнать больше об утонувшей женщине, выяснить, почему Эльса была на чердаке. Вот мы как раз и подобрались к чердаку. Ну, куда ты пошла?
You see? The necklace was his mother's. He gave it to the maid.
Опять это? Ну, мы уже выяснили.
You're
Ой.
right. We need to speak to him about this. But
Cousin Eddie might be a murderer.
Ну, тут такое, в принципе, тоже есть. Вот эти вот точки, например. Иногда надо постараться, чтобы на них навестись и нажать. Не могу. Хорошо, надо найти тогда садовника, что ли. Это мне надо. Допустим, сюда, по-моему, есть выход в сад через столовую, а есть через кухню. Какая-то дверь через кухню есть. Среди ночи в сад. После убийства. Где странный садовник? Привет, Пилотерс. Ню. Ню.
What is it?
Героев в психушку посадят.
I'll get you back.
Stop monkeying around. Come with me.
I'll come inside in a bit. Don't go. Can I just have a few
It's
more
not a request, Carol.
Don't worry. I'll be fine.
Нет, Аркад, давай об этом не на игре.
David, is everything all right?
We should make haste.
Тем более не на этой. Все-таки тут как-никак атмосфера какая-то имеется. Вот на улице тут лагает, конечно, очень.
The necklace was his mother's. He gave it to
Ты все об этом же?
You're right. But
cousin Eddie.
О! Оп.
Maybe once I found out what really happened to Father here, I can finally talk to my family and staff about some lighter topics.
Ну и что ты застрял и не идешь? Ты можешь повернуться? Не?
Oh, stunning. How curious. Come and look at this.
Что там у тебя?
Look, they form a clear circle.
This can't be a fluke.
Well, looks like one of the stones is missing.
A heavy enough stone to weigh yourself down with.
Ну, я же говорю, пока настроишься.
Someone's carved into each one. I've never seen a rose like this before.
I have. The gardener, Rory. He brought some down from the glass house.
You see? The necklace...
Думала, может, про розы еще что-нибудь скажет. Так. Это куда идет? Я отсюда пришла или нет? Угу.
That's an unusual looking rose. I noticed one lying by the side of the loch.
Aye, that's been me. A flower for the flower of Scahandu, Cecilia.
My aunt? They're for her.
I grew 'em for her. She loved the roses, did Cecilia. No the red ones, though. Made her think of blood, ye ken.
Forgive me, but wouldn't it be more fitting to place them on her grave?
Why, she's no there, is she, laddie? That's not where she rests. And I don't much stand by your modern god.
Rory, what happened to her? What happened to Cecilia?
I'm not in the mood to open old wounds, laddie.
May I have some of the roses, Rory? I'd like to place them on Cecilia's grave.
What's she to you? You didn't ken her.
No, I didn't. But she's family. And besides, Father always spoke fondly of her. He would even smile as he talked about playing in the gardens with her as a child.
He did he? Aye, well, that's good to ken. I should have some left in the glass house.
Меня туда пустят?
There are some strange markings carved into the stones on the shore.
Runes, aye. I'm old-fashioned, I suppose. Still hold to the old ways.
Superstitions don't gain validity just by being believed in for a long time.
I'd watch that. Your precious science doesn't have all the answers, lassie.
I'll speak to you later, Rory.
Aye, I'm sure you will, laddie. Sorry, lassie, but you can't go in. It's for family only.
Just hold on a moment.
No, it's okay. I quite understand. You go ahead, and I'll wait here for you, if I must.
Aye, you must.
Видишь? Хоть фонарь дайте.
I know, it doesn't look like I have green fingers.
Он тут со мной. Следит.
Looking to break some more locks, laddie.
Да. Слушайте, слепой все видит.
Are these...
Aye, Cecilia's roses.
They're beautiful.
I like to think so.
But they seem to be the only thing that grows here.
Разговаривает так прикольно.
These are... dead as dodos.
Hard to raise anything beautiful here, ever since Cecilia's gone.
Мы вроде бы как сюда за розами пришли, а пока что ни одной розы взять не можем. И вообще ничего взять не можем.
Can you tell me about Cecilia? What was she like?
She was a lovely lassie, but she had more than her share of troubles.
Grandfather Edward?
You ken well enough, son.
You said she wasn't in her grave.
Aye, that I did.
Did she drown?
She did. Killed herself. Her body was never found. Now all I have of her is my memories, and they are not what they were. And this.
That is exquisite. Cecilia made this.
She made it, aye, for me. Girl must have cut her fingers 100 times doing it, on the thorns ye ken.
Сейчас опять глюки будут.
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward!
Ай-яй-яй-яй. Опять пока это вот на...
He scratched the word Baron into her arm. What a monster.
Ай-яй-яй-яй. Садовые ножницы, что там с садовыми ножницами? Да что я сделать должна-то?
Who is
Наконец-то.
that old woman? It takes courage to confront Edward like that.
They lied to me.
Who did?
All of them.
Тихо, тихо, тихо. Как этот увидел? А, ну ладно, услышал. Чего она сюда зашла?
What just happened?
I could ask you the same thing. You started to talk to yourself. And then you were throwing your arms about like you were fighting something. I couldn't see what. You started bawling and the lassie came in to see what was going on. She tried to settle you, but you just went for her.
Was Cecilia not able to have children? Did that anger Grandfather Edward?
Maybe you can see well enough too, son. Maybe you can. It wasn't her, it was her husband. He was the bother. Couldn't, you ken?
I think so, yes.
Aye, well, Edward blamed Cecilia for it, for picking the wrong man for her mate.
I saw an old lady. She wore a long, flowing dress. Her voice was strong, determined.
Sounds like Rosemary. She was Lady Margaret's mother. You'll be fine, laddie. You just need some fresh air.
Сейчас мне скажет психиатр совсем другое.
The crack is right there. Edward was furious. Seems like him and great-grandmother Rose didn't see eye to eye. The secateurs should be... Here they are. How could I know? This seems awfully accurate for a forgotten memory.
Да, это таки подозрительно. Так, я, пожалуй, сохранюсь. Теперь все это объяснять придется.
Trust your instincts, laddie.
David, are you all right?
Am I all right? I should be asking you. I'm so sorry I hurt you. I don't know what happened.
Don't worry. I faced much worse in the asylum.
She's tough. I don't think it's possible to face her. Sorry again.
Maybe don't leave me outside like a naughty puppy next time.
Yes, quite. I feel like the madness that runs through this family, through these walls, is starting to seep into me too.
I can help you, but you need to open up. You need to start talking to me.
You would not believe me if I told you.
Stubborn, just like your father.
Да, но ты его уже засунула в психушку, не хочу оказаться там же.
I think that Edward may be responsible for the death of my Aunt Cecilia. Not directly. She drowned herself in the loch. I think that Edward drove her to it.
Old families usually have a skeleton or two in the cupboard.
Yes, but my family has a graveyard full. Whatever secret this family is hiding, it's costing lives. Cecilia, the maid, my father. We have to put a stop to this. We need to find out what happened to the maid tonight.
What is it, David?
I have to see.
David, wait!
И куда он побежал? Наверх, что ли? В чердак, на чердак?
You have to start confiding in me, David. What are you seeing?
I can see echoes. Memories of those who lived here. I see my father as a young boy. He's trying to communicate with me.
Perhaps you visited here as a child. Maybe you're remembering stories your father told you of this place when you were young.
You see? I said you wouldn't believe me. If I'm only remembering things, how would I have known where to find the pendant? How could I have known he tried to force himself on her? Unless you think I killed her?
I don't think you killed anyone, David. And you're right. I can't explain it.
So?
So, we focus on the facts as we know them.
Go on.
You saw the maid's body. Her neck was broken. That was the work of a human, not a ghost, yes?
I suppose so, yes.
Lady Margaret knows more than she's saying, that's for sure.
Godspeed getting anything out of that old hag.
No, I know. But Eddie might be an easier option.
Yes. Yes, we need to find him. And make sure Margaret isn't there to interrupt.
I believe she's already gone to bed, but I'll check. You go find Eddie.
Сначала хочу пойти проверить чердак.
Well, that's clear enough.
А вот и он. Чердак.
Hello, my dear Elsa. Oh, Sir Edward, you look very handsome today.
Eddie?
Why, thank you. You're as beautiful as ever, my little doe. Oh, mwah, mwah.
Ну, ему плохо. Но мы узнаем уже в следующий раз, что тут на этом чердаке и что с Эдди. Я думаю, скорее всего, в пятницу продолжим. Black Mirror. Так, ну все, а пока до встречи на кинозале.